Hey guys, welcome to AP US History. I'm Mr. Feola, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the AP exam and what you are going to be expecting to see in May. Alright? I also have a couple other video sources that I'm going to have you look at that go a little more in depth on the exam, which will be really helpful for you now and at the end of the year. So how the AP US History exam is broken down, it's 3 hours long and it's in 3 sections. The first section is multiple choice. Okay, it's 55 questions. You'll have 55 minutes, so about 1 minute per question, which might be kind of hard because you're going to be having to read during that time as well. So we're going to be practicing that skill of being timed or being on a time constraint. Okay, the multiple choice is worth the most out of all the sections. It's 40% of the exam score. Now, it's a stimulus-based questions that you're going to be answering, which means there's going to be charts, there's going to be graphs, there's going to be images, maps that you're going to have to answer questions on. Okay, you're going to really have to know how to analyze primary and secondary sources this year, not just with multiple choice section, but with the DBQ. Now, that's a skill we're really going to be working on, okay? Next section is the short answer. SAQ is how we're going to abbreviate that. The SAQ is 20% of the exam score. And I feel like you guys are going to crush this section. You'll have 3 questions to choose from. Question 1 and 2 are required, so you have to answer questions 1 and 2. There will be a question 3 and 4, and you'll be able to choose, do I want to do question 3 because I feel more comfortable with that, or do I want to do question 4 because I feel more comfortable with that? These are not essays, all right? You are going to be given prompt, and you're going to have to answer that prompt. You'll have 40 minutes to do those 3 questions. The next section is the document-based question, right, or DBQ for short. Now, you're going to have 1 question, you're going to have 1 hour, and that includes the 15 minutes reading period. So you're going to have 45 minutes essentially to write. And it's tough because if you look at the rubric, which I'm going to show you in class, there's a lot of points that you have to hit. And this is 25% of your exam score. Okay? And moving on to the last section, which, you know, you're going to be pretty gassed at the end of the exam, but you really have to push through this and write a nice essay, is the long essay. It's 1 question, it's 40 minutes to do, and this is 15% of your exam score. So this is the least weighted section on the test. Okay? But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a thesis and defending that by writing an essay. Alright? So that's my brief overview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the AP Central website. So if you just go on Google and you type in AP Central US History, boom, click that first link, and you can see exam overview. This source right here, the CED, is really good. This is what the teachers have to teach. All right, so this is going to be my guidelines here. In it, you'll see sample questions. You guys can check that out. But if you scroll down, you'll see all the skills and processes that you'll need to know, but also how the class is broken down. There's 9 periods, okay, or 9 units. In my class, we're going to break these into subunits to break them down a little bit more, but you can also see how they're weighted on the test. Unit 1, 2, and 9, you can see, is not weighted as much as Units 3 through 8. So, as you can guess, we're going to be spending more time on Units 3 through 8. That does not mean we're not going to cover 1, 2, and 9. Okay, these are still important to learn because you are going to be tested on them as well. Okay, so check out this, go through this, see what the teachers are seeing, and that's going to help you out. If we go back to AP Central, it's got the exam format, so just what I talked about, and then it's going to have scoring guidelines. Okay, and this is really helpful because it's going to show you how the graders rated these questions. Like this is a short answer question. It was a picture using the image above, which depicts the first half of the 19th century. Answer A, B, and C. So you're going to have to answer all three of those. Anyway, the scoring guide shows you why this person's going to receive the score that they did. Okay, that's all I wanted to share with you. Just real brief overview of it. I'm going to have you guys watch 2 videos. One from Joxy Productions on what to expect during the APUSH exam. Pretty much what I just talked about. And then, you know, Mrs. Leeming, she taught APUSH last year. She created a really in-depth video going over the AP exam that you should check out. Okay? All right.